The following evening, Impu sat in his kitchen with a fresh cup of coffee steaming in front of him, as the red mist from areas transfusing back to San Francisco dissipated across the table. Impu reached into his pocket and pulled out a dark walnut wooden ball with violet sigils engraved deep into the grain of the ball. Impu squatted down next to his table and gently rolled the ball towards his stove. A bright array of colors emerged from the ball. As the light dimmed, a young Tokoloshi stood bewildered in front of Impu. Her hair was messy and covered in mud and grime. If one didn't know any better, you would mistake her for a small, dirty child. Impu reached into his other pocket and pulled out a small wrapped sweet and handed it to the Tokoloshi. She was hesitant to take the sweet from Impu, but started to reach out for the sweet. Right as she was about to take the sweet, there was a knock on the door. The young Tokoloshi was startled, snatched the sweet, and ran back into the corner of the kitchen. Impu walked to his front door, opening it just enough to see who was there. It was a young, distraught Indian woman. She was breathing deeply, and tears have haphazardly been wiped from her cheeks. "Hi, how can I help you?" Impu asked the young lady. "Hi, I'm sorry to worry you, but I hear you can help with..." The lady leaned in closer and lowered her already soft voice. "Supernatural things." Impu opened the door wider and gestured for the lady to come in. "Ah, I see. Yes, my dear, you have come to the right place," Impu said as he stepped aside for the lady to enter. Impu and the young lady entered the kitchen, where the Tokoloshi was still sitting in the corner trying to open the sweet. The young lady gasped as she walked into the kitchen, startled by the childlike Tokoloshi sitting on the floor on the other side of the room. "It's okay. Please take a seat. She won't hurt you. She is too preoccupied with her sweet," Impu said as he walked over to the kettle, anticipating the need to make tea. "While I make you some tea, madam, you can start telling me your name and what I can do for you," Impu said as he switched on his kettle. "Oh, how rude of me. I'm so sorry. My name is Rekka. My boyfriend has been taken," Rekka said as she sat down. "Rekka? What a pretty name. You said you needed supernatural help. A missing boyfriend is hardly a call for my skills," Impu said as he put the tea bag in Rekka's cup. All the while, the Tokoloshi was growing more frustrated that she could not open her treat, grunting and snorting in the corner. "Is your daughter okay, uncle?" Rekka asked, distracted by the Tokoloshi's antics. "She is..." Impu stopped mid-sentence. "She is just getting used to living with me. Her, parent has recently passed away, and I have taken her in." "Did you want sugar in your tea, madam?" Impu answered. "Oh, yes, please. 3 sugar if it's not too much trouble. You see, I don't believe he has just been hijacked, as the police say. I believe Highway Sheila took him." As Rika spoke, tears started to stream down her cheeks. Impu walked over to the table where Rekka was sitting. "If what you are saying is true, then we do not have much time." Impu's voice carried a more serious tone and urgency it had lacked before. You believe me? Everyone else laughed at me when I suggested it," Rekka said in a surprised tone. "I will go investigate Higginson Highway at once," Impu said as the kettle started to whistle to indicate the water was ready. This high-pitched sound, combined with the frustration of not being able to open her sweet, caused the Tokoloshi to throw her still-wrapped sweet at the kettle, making it ring out as the hard sweet hit the metal kettle. Impu and Rekka both just looked in shock at the Tokoloshi. "Please come back tomorrow afternoon. I will have an update for you then," Impu said to Rekka. "And you, come with me," Impu said sternly and pointed to the Tokoloshi. Rekka stood up and walked out the door whilst the Tokoloshi looked defiantly at Impu. "We don't have much time. We must go," Impu pleaded to the young Tokoloshi.